Welcome to Top 4. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Ernesto, a Man United fan.
Listen, free my boy Mason. Keep Daniel James in the docks. Never let him out. Free all the black dons that are running the front three of Manchester United. Obviously, Melanin FC. You get me? Like, black strikers' lives matter. You get me? That's all we're doing.
At a time like this.
That's it, man.
I'm joined by Robinho, a simple FC fan. Who are they?
Fortune's always hiding. I looked everywhere. I'm forever blowing bubbles. Pretty bubbles. Yeah. Come on, United. It's very simple. And I always said it every time.
Simple.
Marshall, Greenwood, Bruno, Pogba.
Oh, is that simple?
Is that simple FC?
I am joined by David, an Arsenal fan.
I'm a black guy.
Yes, my guy. Yes, blood.
Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Come on.
Oh, I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Guys, today we're gonna talk about defending. we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. That's what I have to say.
And I'm joined by the champ is here, AD, Liverpool fan.
Diabolical, awful, shameful, woeful, horrible, nasty, filthy, foul, abject defending I saw today. But you know what? Do you know what? At the end of the day, when all is said and done, we're the champs.
I hear that. You man were on that slur that wasn't slur.
This is it.
Let's talk about this game, bro. You man were got on the piss the other night, blood. What was I doing? What was I seeing, cuz? What?
Hey, I'm hearing Klopp is having the Mazine of interviews.
Oh, for real, yeah.
You know, like James Duffer is tweeting like, "Yo, Klopp is doing the Mazine."
Apparently, like I just saw a tweet now. Simon Stone has tweeted like Pep is still waiting for Jurgen to finish. He's just waiting for his turn.
Rightly so. You download the clip,
bro.
Relax, man. You need to relax.
Adrian, what happened, blood? What on? Like 4-0? Come on,
bro. We really should have been 5.
Should have been 5.
Like, you know, when you Arsenal fans complain about poor defending, I feel like I've been so spoiled for the past couple of years that you know, largely I've seen Liverpool defend appropriately. But what I saw today, bro, was like Robertson had a bottle of Rays to himself. He just downed it 10 minutes before kickoff. Gomez was very much invested in a personal battle with Sterling. His head was hot. Like, Klopp gave him the Lovren treatment. He said, "You know what? You're so bad today, bro. You're so awful today. You have to come off at halftime." And you know what? Looking at the game and look at how it started, it actually looks like it was going to be quite a game played at a high level. It was going to be quite a tactical game. I thought we created chances. I think Mane maybe could have done a bit better with his header. And you know, there's a time I was just watching the game and I was thinking to myself, you know what? 2 proper football teams going at it, but then City are clinical, man, and City just punished us really. The penalty was a Stonewall penalty, up and down, left, right. I don't know what way you want to look at it. There was 4. Do you know what it was? There was almost like it was 4 soft penalties and one, if that makes sense. Like there was like Gomez had several bites at that cherry, and then by the time you brought him down, you know what, Stonewall, and I don't really know what to say about the game, and I was disappointed. I felt like we did have our shooting boots on. There was a time where Mane, Mane is my Muslim brother, but the way he was playing, he might have been on something. There was literally a time where he just let the ball go past him, where he could have passed it into the net, and yeah, man, it was poor. And even though we have won the league, it was still unnerving to see, and I feel like there still needed to be a level of performance, and I didn't see that today. So yeah, it was quite a disappointing night.
You know that was a warning saying, "Listen, We coming for you.
Man said Mane needs to go drummer tomorrow, you know. Early Friday morning prayer.
Early Friday.
Hey, what? He's Mus.
He's Muslim.
Bro, I didn't even know that. Still.
Pretty much all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
What's
No,
happening?
they got a strong Christian core in that team as well. Alisson and Firmino and them, man. They've been baptizing people.
Baptizing Fred and all them, man.
Very religious group of players.
All manner of faith in there, yeah.
Man,
What's it called? Like, man, then what do you lot think, man? Why were Liverpool so like we're unrecognizable today?
Bro, we predicted this, bro.
We predicted.
Peter, have you ever heard of a sesh? Yeah, these men are on a sesh. Yeah. Day in, day out, bend up after bend up.
Up and down clock stuff.
I swear they just had
clock stuff. They run beautiful. They did a couple.
I swear them man had like one day off, went back to training the day after.
Nah.
Like that's what I'm hearing. That's what.
Nah.
The thing is, they played like it was the first day back from lockdown. That's what it looked like.
Yeah,
it was like they had just come back. Like we were 4 games in. Like it's nuts, man. Anyway, forget Liverpool. I don't really care about them, man. KDB,
The bezel,
Amazon Prime, UPS,
FedEx,
DHL,
Prime.
You forgot Hermes.
We don't talk about Hermes.
Postage stamp,
Deliveroo.
Uber.
Guys. Yeah. How many has he got to get to like Henri's record?
I think he's one. Was he 2 away or was it 3 away now?
One.
He won away.
Yeah.
Did they give him the own goal for?
I don't think it is. Let me check.
That's mad. Still, blood. If he's 1 away, do you know how long that record has been like close to getting done, and then it's never done?
Bro, do you remember Fabregas had like 16 by Christmas, and then
Bro, yeah.
He just stopped assisting.
No,
everyone gets there at Christmas, and then like you can't find him.
Him and Sterling were running the game. Like Rodrigo had a sick game. Rodrigo
he was cold.
Foden had a sick game.
I never knew Rodrigo had that in him. Like I knew he was a good player. But I didn't know that some of the balls he was sending forward. I
personally feel like he's been consistent since he's come. But because City have been crap, it looks bad. Trust me.
I think he's good, yeah. It's just I didn't know that he could. Like I didn't know he can. How can I put it? Like going forward.
You should have watched his Atletico season, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't see that. I didn't see a lot of that. To be fair. Yeah.
There was a year when I don't know if I was talking to Robin or someone. I said either Rodrigo or what's his name, Frankie De Jong.
Yeah,
for me,
I remember that.
Those are the two best midfielders in the world in terms of their age group. 21 years old or above cold. Frankie's gone down because Barca's like turning into like cheese, bruv. The man are not milk anymore. It's man.
It's some bear over there.
So guys. I saw a post yesterday that said that Messi, PK, Vidal, there's like 7 men that are 33 or whatever, yeah. So that era is coming to a close. But anyway, tonight, Mendy played well. Like in terms of the attacking fullback thing.
Yeah, he did.
He played well. There was like 5 players in there today that was like, you know what? You lot put in a shift. Phil Foden. So someone tweeted today, Phil Foden is what an injury-less Wilshere would have been. Like he is cold.
Foden, blood, yeah. Hey, I'm liking him.
Since that under-17s World Cup, he's been flying, bro.
Yeah, man.
We got a comment from Boss Like Endo. He says, as a Liverpool fan, he said, I know we're champions, but that's embarrassing. If that doesn't hurt you, then you're not a real fan. We are too complacent. Why are they getting drunk with 7 games left?
Yeah, I'm in severe pain. But it was hurt. Yeah, it did hurt to watch that. Because I think it was almost like I don't want to. You can't even make an excuse. It's almost as if they felt, you know what, league's done. can colour through it, and like that's awful. That's just a poor way to look at it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think I would care, you know, if I had to wait 30 years for a league title. Like the lads, obviously they had a good time the past couple of days. I think in the manner of the defeat was
The
bad.
manner of the defeat. I don't mind losing, but show something, man.
Do you think the mentality is something that you got to be aware of? Because say, for example, like this 4-0 like hammering is gonna sort of stay over your heads when you play them again next season, whether that's at the Etihad first or Anfield. Because obviously, look, Liverpool are great against Man City when they're at home, and Man City are great against Liverpool when they're at home. So it's obviously two teams that are brilliant, and when they play at home, they seem to do the work. 'Cause not long ago, let's we forget, Liverpool gave Man City the business at Anfield. So it was.
That's true. But
Yeah.
we as Oscar completely said, now we need to talk about the defending, because tonight Liverpool were not defending
Right, yeah.
at all.
They just got moved to, bro.
No. There was a one point where their whole back line, I think it was a free kick, and they pushed it forward, and then City hit it back. As soon as City back, there was 5 people past Liverpool's back line.
Who would you say, Robin, was mostly at fault today? Because today, I'm not going to talk about Trent, because
Trent
I've spoken about Trent all year. But today, in my opinion, Joe Gomez was looking funny.
Joe Gomez was looking funny. I feel like I don't know what's going on between him. I don't know if him and Sterling have patched things up. Clearly, it doesn't look like it has happened, but he was not in the right place. I don't know what was going on.
I didn't see anything today. I just thought it's just.
Because Sterling was just giving him the business. The whole game.
I'm saying,
Okay.
bro. We said
But
this
the
last week on Monday. Liverpool.
I can't lie. I was saying that I think Liverpool are going to go out there and win, to be fair, because I felt like there's one last team talk, and it's like, look, let's stick it up them, and then.
Oh my!
Just like that. That's
my
what happened.
days.
That's what happened in the team talk.
Was that you, bro?
I thought it wasn't me.
Did all you man get locked off?
No, you.
Nah, you got locked off.
Yeah, Oscar locked me off, blood.
I'm
Telling you, bro. I was on a roll, blood, and he's locked me off. I even got my point now. But yeah, I was just saying, I thought like Liverpool would nick a win. Do you know what I'm saying? And then just let's just say, you know what? They are the best team, bar none. They beat City home and away. Rare. But what this defeat for Liverpool has shown is that City, if you sleep, if you nap, then City they're gonna pattern up, collect it. Because what's scary is you're looking at City's team, blood. It's not a bad team. To me, they're still the best. They got the best squad in the league, if that makes sense, right? And I look at that thinking, blood, for anyone to beat Man City and win the league, blood, look at the points you are having to get. Liverpool got 97 and it wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? 1 year. Then they've gone and obviously they may get, past 100. And it's taken this kind of Liverpool mentality mindset. It's taken all the effort required to win this league. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like if Liverpool were off the gas, let's say halfway in the season, and they started falling off and City smelt blood, I think City could have come and literally been like, you know what, let's go and collect this, bruv. They've given us an opportunity here, and we shouldn't have been anywhere near this title. It's like when they won it in 2014. Like they won the league really because everybody was falling over themselves, and so it's one of those like, let's just collect it and run with that. But I'm if I'm a Liverpool fan or any fan that's fighting for the league title next season, but I'm scared, bro. Man City are not here to go to.
No, but Pete, this is exactly why you're right. Because first of all, they play the best football in the league.
Facts.
Yeah. The second thing is, I feel like when push comes to shove, where can Liverpool improve their team where it actually makes them stronger, not makes them better attacking wise? Because I feel like if Liverpool put Naby Keita, say, instead of Wijnaldum, I think that a lot of the options they could get in midfield leave them a lot more prone to getting attacked next season. I feel like this is the best team they have to neutralize teams. But if they improve, if they sign a Kai Havertz, he is not going to do the work that Widge is going to do. he's not going to do the work that Hendo's going to do. So, to a certain degree, I feel like in midfield, improvement is going to be a bit higgy. It might imply that they're not going to be as formidable. And even looking at the front, I was telling the guys in the group chat, I didn't even clock Firmino was off the pitch. I didn't know he was off.
Yeah.
Like, for me tonight, and maybe I'm just over exaggerating, yeah, but I've always felt like, what can Liverpool do to improve the team that keeps them the best team in Europe?
Can I answer that?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, because this is Liverpool are now entering a problem that they're not used to. That other clubs who've had titles, your Chelseas, your Uniteds, your Cities, here's what you have to do at this moment in time. And you have to be bold and reinvest. Now, what I'm saying is, it's not to say that this Liverpool team ain't good, but as you spotted there, Ernest, right? They have to find loopholes in this team.
Yeah.
Otherwise you haven't done your job. Because at the end of the day, everyone around you is going to improve. Right? And let's be honest, City are maybe a couple of centre halves away from coming back again, right? Whereas Liverpool have to look at that midfield and look, football is painful. It's a sharp business, blood. Yeah. But Klopp has to look at that market and say, it's time I replace Wijnaldum. It's time I replace your Hendersons, your Advocate, because you need top quality at the end of the day. And Liverpool are a great team, not great individuals. They're a great team, and that's what's made it work for them this year.
Is that a bit knee-jerk?
Say that again?
Is that a bit knee-jerk?
It's not knee-jerk. It's being smart. It's being clever. It's trying to not give yourself a problem and then try and fix the problem. It's just trying to innovate. Ferguson was so great at this. Look at the United teams that have won league titles, and every year the guy invested. Every year he put something in there, and you thought, well, they don't even need that. To be fair, they could do without it. But no, that man went again, bro, again and again. Man City, we were sitting here. What year was it? Was it the first title that Guardiola won? Then he goes and buys Mahrez for 60. Then he buys Laporte for 54. Then he buys. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on, bro. What are you doing? Like we look at that like this is not fair. It's not nice. But at the end of the day, if you sleep, then you're in trouble. Then you're in trouble. And Conte's argument when Chelsea won the league was that where's my guns? You want me to go for another Western? There's no chance. Not with Giroud up front and Batshuayi. You gotta be having and Diego Costa went AWOL. You can't be kidding me. So you have to be bold and ruthless is more the point, actually. You got to be ruthless and reinvest and buy top talent. The issue is Liverpool don't have that kind of money, right?
Have you seen, speaking of Conte, have you seen his recent signing?
Wait there. Who did he buy?
Hakimi.
He bought Hakimi. He got it over the line, did he?
Yes. He signed Achraf Hakimi to start ahead of Ashley Young in Inter. They are going to be sweeping up on that right side. And I tweeted when they were interested, I said, what are English teams doing? I can think of at least 3 teams that need a right back in this podcast alone.
Without a shadow of a doubt. And that's the thing, innit? Because Pep's gonna go back. Like, does Pep need to reinvest? You'd say the defense he has to, right? But David Silva's going, and we're looking at Phil Foden thinking, what a talent. Look at the guy coming through, rare tear. Then he goes and buys someone for 60, 70 million quid. And you just sit there because, bro, do you know what it is, yeah? Like, there's for certain managers like Pep, as much as he's a psychotic human being, nothing in life means more to him than 3 points. Championships. More than his own family. He cares more about 3 points on the weekend at Burnley than he does going back during COVID-19. My man was nowhere to be found in Catalonia. He was nowhere to be found. Obviously, he went through a hard time. Then he went to visit. You know what I'm saying? Needs must. You know what I'm saying? But go watch Man City's documentary on their return to the Project Restart. This guy was not pissing around, blood. I'm sitting there like, fam, the title's gone. What are you here for? You know what I'm saying? Let your assistant finish the season. Because there's really no need for you right now. But even it's great today. My guy was having his team talk. They're, I think, 2-0, 3-0 up. I think it just went 3-0 up. He's having a team talk with his players in the drinks break, not even half time. right? And he's screaming at Edison because Edison's not in the circle. So he was doing, like he's all quick and moving around talking to these guys, and you're thinking he's still doing tactics. My guy's looking all around him, and he's saying, "Where's my guy?" And he's like, "Come over here, come over here." Kind of thing.
Listen, the guy said, "My aim is to get 100% possession." That's his aim in life.
Blood, those man, that's what you call a villain, blood. That is just monopolize the pitch. To monopolize the ball, that's what you want. You want 100%.
That's it.
What is that?
He wants training every 90 minutes,
bro. If you get the chance, Celtic Barcelona, right? 950 something passes against Celtic. Blood, go and watch that game.
No way.
It's psychotic. 900 passes. That's 100 passes every 10 minutes. Like, that man, they were legit about this thing. Them men are psychos, bro.
The day I realized Pep was crazy was when he said, "I like novels, but I can't read a novel because every time I open a book, I think, Klopp is working." That's what he
said. His whole hair loss is down to Mourinho. He could not sleep. He could not sleep in La Liga, bro. First 2 years, living it large, living it nice. Do you get what I'm saying? Mourinho and Ronaldo have shown up now. You know what's so funny about the Mourinho and Pep beef, yeah? The Barca Real. Real only took one title, blood. In those 5 years, he took one title, blood, and it was enough. Pep said, "Now, fund this. I can't do it."
How you call man king of the media, the king of the media room? I was like,
But the guy's psychotic, bro. No doubt. Well, if you don't get a chance to read his book as well, his book is friggin'. Psychotic.
That book, Take the Ball, Pass the Ball, the greatest football documentary.
Loaded on there. I need to watch
greatest football documentary of all time. That is the last dance of football. Trust me, guys.
Okay.
It's too sick.
Quick question. Jurgen Klopp, Adrian and all the man then. Do you think he could win 3 Premier League titles that Jose and Wenger have done in the Premier League?
No.
I mean, it's hard to put that on him when he hasn't done that anywhere.
No, I'm just saying, with the momentum, he's got great momentum.
He's never retained the title, so to ask if he could do 3,
no, he did at Dortmund.
He retained. He did.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
My bad.
It's just we've got a problem of Manchester City.
No. Also, the fact that these guys you're playing, I'm not saying all, but some of his best players are touching 29.
Sorry, Ernest, are you a prophet?
Am I a prophet?
Yeah. Because, blood, I swear Take the Ball, Pass the Ball is just showing up on my TV now, blood, yeah? Like it's just started, blood. So I need to hold that. I'm gonna move on to the next channel.
No, listen, guys, the documentary is so Barca that Pinto is doing the soundtrack.
You're kidding.
Mr. Pinto!
The soundtrack?
No.
Well, he's mixing the desks. We talking
No.
He's on the Pirates.
Listen, he is on 2 decks and a mic.
2 decks and a mic. Oh, what a legend.
No, guys, honestly, listen, it comes in 5 or 6 chapters, and it kicks off with Jose Mourinho and Pep's beef. Listen.
What a delight. What a delight that was.
There's a chapter strictly on Messi. There's a chapter strictly on the 2000 and the Pep years. And then there's a chapter on the players. There's Carrick's in it, Xavi's in it, everyone's in it. It's sick, man.
That's cool.
Sick.
Anyway. We got another comment from Bosslat Endo, who says, we treated it like it was the last day of year 6. I think he saw that from Twitter, you know. I retweeted that. I retweeted that 2 hours ago. So I'm like,
I saw that on Twitter as well.
I saw that on Twitter still.
Who's that from?
I saw Specs tweet it.
Yeah, we even retweeted on the pod as our Twitter.
Oh, did we? Yeah.
You know what the last day of year 6 is like? What?
Bro,
He's in
yeah.
the
You just don't care.
carnage.
You don't give a damn.
You're,
Bro,
Sweet.
you're out. You're like, I am out.
Out.
Man's just looking for the signatures.
Man's getting Sharpies on my shirt. You think
Man's got a cast.
you know what I mean?
Oh, your ties down to your stomach. You don't give a damn.
It was, bro. Man was
He's
here.
gonna send me home. If I get to know, I'm not coming back.
Who's tracking back on the last day of year 6?
Nazim,
Peter,
anything
you know
else?
what?
Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say, Peter, I feel like you raised such a compelling point, and this game was actually a lot more important than ostensibly what I took it for anyway. Whereas the narrative is so different. Whereas if Liverpool go on to win that game, we're talking, Liverpool domination. We're talking best team in the country by country mile. We're talking, can they go and win it again? All of a sudden, the nature and the magnitude of the defeat, and I'm a firm believer that football's a mental game. Now we're thinking to yourselves, hang on a minute, City are going to be a problem. Now we're thinking, hang on a minute, can Liverpool do it when there's 6 targets on their back? Now we're thinking, you know what, City are looking good. Are United going to be in the mix? And all of a sudden, the mood is completely different now.
And I think you're spot on there. And that's the problem with football, innit? Like, you can go from one drastic change to the next. Do you get what I'm saying?
90 minutes.
In the space of 90 minutes. That's all it. Because remember last year, bro, like, I swear it was last year, you man were all at my yard. It was my birthday, Man City, Liverpool.
3rd of January. Never forget.
And I think it was the 3rd of January, I can't forget. And it was one of those ones where literally I think Liverpool were on top for the season. Then they met Aguero and co. And then that was it, bro. 2-1 City. And the rest was history. They carried on from there. It's just amazing what one game could do, or just because you got to think about the mentality, isn't it? Because it's more about the character and it's all about the manner of defeat. If Liverpool lose 2-1, 2-0, 1-0, cool, innit? Whatever. Yeah, whatever, innit? Like, I've gone to the Etihad, fine. But to get beaten in such manner, and the performance was so poor.
But guys, was I the only one that thought in the first 15, 20 minutes Liverpool were decent?
Yeah.
It was end stuff.
I thought they were right. But it's that stupid cliche, innit? Goals change games, and they change perspectives a lot of the time. Because we'll go into the Spurs game later, where that game looked like Spurs were going to go. Do you know what I'm saying? They were going to go and leave Sheffield for dust. But yeah, goals change games, but you're right. I think Liverpool did start off well. I think there were times where Mane scores his header. I'm trying to think of some other chances where Liverpool should have taken the lead, and then here we go. We've got a game on.
Salah was on crud before the penalty.
Yeah.
Before the penalty, I was like, yo.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Let's leave this game. Anything else you lot got to say on that game, or just move it on?
Listen, all I'm going to say. Klopp is rattled, bruv.
Yeah, I've seen the comments.
The 5th goal went in. That was ruled off at the end, but he was smiling. They panned to him when the 5th goal goes in, and he's got just the teeth are out. Yeah, and I'm thinking it's like, I'm gonna kill that guy. I'm going to kill him when I get back inside. You know them ones. That's what it looked like. It was hilarious.
Them man are they're in training tomorrow morning, boy.
Bro,
hey, double session, bruv.
Oh man,
I need to hear that fight has happened.
You think it's like,
I need to hear that Henderson and Gomez had to get separated. I need something, bro.
Because the mentality, innit?
In fact, I credit to Hendo, like 92nd minute, 4-0 down, he still burst in the gut, trying to nick the ball back. He got a yellow card for his troubles.
Yeah. I remember, and he was shouting at Nico Williams when the ball went over the top, like around the 92nd minute, and I think he shouts at him as to where he wants this ball to be headed out, and it's sort of like he heads it out, he starts clapping to him, and he walks towards him, and just 92nd minute, you're 4 down, who gives a monkeys? He does.
That's top.
And that's a little bit of light in that very dark day for Liverpool. Sheffield United, you lovely jubbly. Chris Harder and his boys, they're back in, lads. Sheffield United, was it 3-1 in the end?
3-1 in the end.
There were so many goals.
Mourinho gave me life. Mourinho has given me life.
Oh, Mourinho, man, I love it all. love it all.
I feel for him today, man. I can't lie.
Yeah.
That first goal was like, I know the rule is the rule in it, but it was so harsh to disallow that Kane goal.
To disallow that goal was just unbelievable. I mean, look, we've been moaning about VAR all season,
They were right.
and even the last goal Man City had that was disallowed. Yeah, all right, it did hit the hand, blah blah blah. But bruv, honestly, the Lucas Moura one, bruv, that is a madness.
That should have been given because I don't know what you want Lucas Moura to do.
I
don't know what you want him to do.
He's falling, and then the ball gets kicked at him.
Yeah.
You can't make it up.
Yeah.
But Tottenham Hotspur guys, where do you not sit with at the minute? Especially like I keep seeing the bench and it's got Alderweireld and Vertonghen. So I don't know. Their careers seem to be done at Spurs, right? How would you sum up Tottenham Hotspur? What does Mourinho need to do in the window? Where do you see them finishing this season?
He needs to shave Dele Alli's facial hair because boy, that needs to go.
I agree.
I've just come to the conclusion that regardless of what manager it is, don't get me wrong, Jose, I've come to the point. I think he's done out here, man. But at the same time, it's Levy. Like Levy is the common factor because I am so sorry. You cannot have that back four in 2020. You can't. No.
You're right.
Bad. Like guys. Did you observe? Ollie McBurney was doing 2 steps in the 6-yard box. Ollie McBurney was twirling around in midfield. I said, nah.
He skipped around Davinson Sanchez. Like,
even there.
Yeah, it wasn't back 4, cuz. Bro, I told man about Davinson, bro. From when I saw 42 attached, I said, this one is not it.
Bro,
he's their best defender probably at this moment.
And that says a lot.
Yeah.
I think Eric.
Because I watched this game, Robin, yeah, and I was like, how do we draw against this team?
No, but you need to look at that our lineup. I saw someone that put the comparison then and now. Now we've come far, you know. Now we've come far.
A lot of things, like a lot of things.
No,
it's just Pogba, though, isn't it?
No. I will send the picture. I'll try and find it. I'll send the tweet in the group chat, and I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
This is
a dead thing, bruv.
Say again? Who's a dead thing?
Tottenham, bruv.
Trust me, bruv. I hear that.
I can't wait for the Amazon Prime thing, you know.
What? Extended.
I can't wait, bruv.
Do you think they've been recording those since? Like since
you sign a contract?
What? And then what? I'm gonna run up in the dressing room and all that when there's bare protection on these men. No, I'm sure there's a clause.
The season, my bro.
Nah,
I hope you're right. But don't be disappointed. Don't be shocked if you get a half season. Like that's what I'm saying.
Right. I put the link in the tweet in the chat of look at our team from then and now, and I'll show you why we drew 3-3 with Sheffield United.
Bloody hell.
Oh, you're talking about Sheffield United. I thought you were talking about Tottenham.
No, I'm talking about Tottenham.
I thought you were talking about Tottenham.
I was like,
no. I was like,
Madness.
I remember seeing Philip Jones.
Yeah, that's madness. I mean, you lot scored in like the 89th minute and still left with a point.
Yeah,
that is hilarious.
Yeah,
but blood, Tottenham, man. Oh man, it is. If you're a Tottenham fan, blood, this is painful.
It is.
I was watching expressions the whole game.
Is it?
He's done. He was livid. Yeah, I don't know.
But
welcome back, Tottenham Hotspur. I'm all for it.
Yep, the Arsenal back up off.
Say that again, Adrian.
I was just going to say to Ernie's point that Daniel Levy. I was gonna call him something harsh. I was gonna call him a virus. Like he's done a lot of good for the club. You know, he's moved them to a new stadium. He's got them somewhat competitive over the years. No mean feat. But I'm going last sort of, post Champions League final. I feel for me, I still can't get over the sacking of Pochettino. It was absolutely egregious. This is a guy,
Scandalous.
and clearly, a lot of their squad has run its course, and it's clear that there's massive investment needed, a massive overhaul. And I'm not talking over from the three.
No, Adrian, this team that is the post Bell team is old now.
Mhm.
They're not youths no more. You know what I mean?
It was 7 years ago.
Like we're in an era now where Bell is talking about playing golf because the Real Madrid dream has turned out to be a nightmare. So that's how
Golf
far
Madrid
we are
in that order.
Which man was like that? 4 Champions Leagues.
He said Wells, Golf Madrid in that order.
And held the flag.
That's it, man. So Tottenham need mad reinvestments, and it makes people like what's his name, Bergwijn, like they're in a bit of limbo right now because they've come to England, they've come to London, they're playing under one of the greatest managers of all time, and you're losing to Sheffield United.
Bro, I always ask the question. When people sign for Spurs, what are they telling them? I've argued this for years. Like even when
it's London, man.
Huh?
It's London.
I mean, London. Come on,
No, bro. Tottenham's an exciting project.
No, it's not.
But then you hear what Jose says that he wouldn't swap Lo Celso for Bruno Fernandes, and you're like,
No, but he backs his team, innit? He obviously he's backing his team because he's there. He's not. He doesn't mean that. I doubt he means that. He's not that.
Listen. When he says Pogba is a virus, and then before the Tottenham game a couple of weeks ago, he says Pogba is the best. What did he say? He's the best tool in the box in the Man United squad. You know that he was gassing the whole time because he knows Pogba's a sick player. I don't trust Mourinho when he says good or bad things. I don't trust him.
Yeah, he's untrustworthy.
I just don't trust him.
We got a comment from Boss Light Endo. He says, Arsenal above Spurs. I told you, man.
I mean, that's not a barometer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Sheffield United are above Arsenal now, so that doesn't really change what he was saying.
Wolves are above Arsenal, cuz, and that's my concern.
You can still technically qualify for Europe as it currently stands.
Do you know what's mad? Yeah, I think we will. Should we move the Arsenal game? Because
yeah, Spurs got spanked. We all know that.
Normal. I genuinely feel like we will get back into Europe, and I don't know if I'm feeling it, right? Because if we're to believe, like 5th place will get Champions League, Arsenal can finish 6th, 7th, maybe even 8th, depending on who wins the FA Cup. City have already won the League Cup, so it's already gone down to like 6th and 7th place. We'll get the Europa League. So
as it currently stands, 8th does because all the people left in the FA Cup are in European positions already. So
exactly. So David, unfortunately, blood, it's Thursday nights in Krakow.
My God.
Well, round 2 of the Europa League first.
It's like round 3 or 4 by now.
Yeah. 8th place don't go to the group stage. Now you got.
That's why I said Krakow. What team do you know from Krakow in the Europa League in the group stage?
There's always one Polish team at the start of the Champions League.
I had to split. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not on it, bro.
David, I hear you, but it's a catch-22, bruv. If there's no European football, there's no money. We can't buy nobody. So what are we going to do? Champions League's too far.
I would be closer.
Yeah, I know. Imagine if we beat Brighton, would have been 3 points behind Manchester United. Do you know how frustrating that is, blood?
Wow.
That's frustrating. Yeah, very winnable. But I feel like there will be a game that we're going to win that we weren't expected to win. And I feel like Man United are going to lose a game that they're not expected to lose. So there's still room for error. That's the thing. There's definitely still room for error. But David, 4-0 win. Comfy. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, about 50 and 51.
So Norwich got bopped, yeah, as we're supposed to. But fam, there's still mistakes in us. I don't trust my defense, bro.
Bro.
Like, you know how pissed off I was, bruv?
With what?
Kovacic, bruv. In the second half,
Oh.
all it takes, is that you see that penalty he gave. Luckily, VAR was on our side.
Yeah.
Type of mistakes, bruv. Why?
It's true. It's true. I'm liking the three at the back, though. I'm liking the three at the back, and I'm liking Xhaka back in this midfield, bruv. Bro, we've had 2 clean sheets. How many clean sheets have we run now?
I can.
Yeah, it's smelly. It's ponging. I'm just saying, when we get a decent side, obviously, they're going to pipe a few. You know what I'm saying? Our next few games are not looking nice. Yeah.
A question.
Yeah.
How did Chunks get into the pit?
Man, like Chunks.
Bro, we need to question this. What happened?
That was a fiasco in and of itself. That one, I can't even get into too much because there's legal situations being dealt with on that one. But, man, flipping hell. And the tool videoed himself doing it.
Ooh, such a
moron. Man's like hugging up players and that. Like, man's been tested, you know.
Chunks did what Chunks had to do. Chunks is a content creator. He got his content out there. Yeah.
Blood.
You at Arsenal need to tighten your borders, bruv. Tighten your borders. How you letting that happen?
Man to build a wall, you know.
Hey, man's a SIA, bruv. Bring man in, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, fam, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Honestly. Bro, that's a whole nother, that's political stuff. Like, I'll leave that.
Big up Chunks.
When all the data comes out, then you know what I'm saying, we can talk. But bro, David, bro, we've got what, 3 wins in a row? FA Cup semi-final. You know what I'm saying? It might end up being a decent season. Might.
But then you need to look at your next 4 fixtures.
Let me tell you something. You don't see I'm gonna bop us, bro. Leave FA Cup alone, bro.
From what I saw today, like I said, Pep is a nutcase.
Bro, Pep, you think we're beating Pep? Nah, blood.
You know, everyone talks about this. We beat them in the semi-final, yeah? Do you know since then, do you know how many times they've beaten us?
Bro, 3-0, blood. They've come and
beaten us, man.
Hey, listen, the white line was blue, bro, and they spanked us, blood.
Each time since that semi-final, blood, yeah? Winning that semi-final was probably the worst thing we could have done against Man City. They've beaten us 3-2, 3 all the time.
And if we're looking at how they play today,
today there was no need.
We got another comment from Boss Like Endo. He says, it's funny how Arsenal go on a little run before the next 4 games. Them man are holding hella corn. Who have you got in your next 4 games?
Fam, Wolves. Wolves away next. Then it's Leicester at home. Then it's Liverpool at home.
Oh wow!
Spurs away. Oh, I think it's Spurs then Liverpool. It's it's that way round. But Liverpool Spurs.
And then City.
City in the semi-final.
And you lot can't even win big games. Yeah, it's mad.
Everybody, listen, Leicester City, bruv. I've been telling man about the dip. Yeah, no one wanted to hear me. No one wanted to hear me.
No, you're right. Still.
No one wanted to hear me, bro.
No, it wasn't that no one wanted to hear you. It was
I didn't.
No, but like
it's true, I didn't.
The thing I've always said about Brendan, the thing I've always said about Brendan Rodgers is when he gets in a rut, blood, that is it. He's not coming out. He gets in a rut, bro. You know that Liverpool rut before he was sacked, even though it felt like, Rice a bit deep on the guy, but that rut settled in from time.
What? Yeah? 6-1 away at Stoke. What was that score?
I'm not saying. Listen, don't get into it. I'm not saying Leicester should sack him because I don't think they could do better than Brendan at the minute, right? So, right here, listen, guys, talk to me. If Leicester finish in the Europa League, what are you man saying?
That's a good season. As in, it's a bad end to the season.
It's a bad end to the season.
But why not
have European football?
Chelsea have not been third in the league since when?
As in, we weren't third. We weren't third that long ago. We were third like January time, I sir.
All right, January then.
Wait, no, Leicester dropped from third, have they?
No, they're not. They should have, but they're not.
They've been third for a while.
But you need to keep it like this.
Because they've been third
United
for so long.
can be third. United can 100% be third at the end of the season.
For what? At the end of the season?
Yeah.
Anyone can be third, man.
What-
Anyone can be third.
I can't lie to you, man. If Leicester fail to get top four from the position they have been in, it's been a failure and they've bottled it. They've literally had 2 separate bad runs of form. One of which they got 11 points out of 12 games, which is relegation form. and now we're talking post lockdown where they've had 3 months or so to get their acts together, and they've come and done this. Back in December, we were talking about 3-horse race. We're looking, Leicester, could they potentially have a title challenge? Clear, 10 points clear deep in top 4 to the point now where it's like, hang on a minute, they lose their next game and United win their next. Guess what? They're out of the top 4.
That's it.
Well, look at Leicester's fixtures. It doesn't get any easier. They've got Crystal Palace. After that, they've got Arsenal away. After that, Bournemouth away. Then they've got Sheffield United at home. The last 2 games are Spurs away and Man United at home.
Fam, they're not making the top 4. They're not making the top 4.
They're not making top 4.
They're not making it.
So
it's over.
let's just take that explanation.
And deep it. What's it called? Deep it. What's been their results lately? Because they drew to Brighton at home. Yeah. They lost to Everton. They lost to Everton. Yeah. What else did they do?
Drew away at Watford.
They drew away at Watford.
After scoring in the 87th minute.
Come on, bruv.
Yeah, come on,
bruv. Have they scored a goal?
Yeah, they scored in that Watford game.
Yeah, they scored.
Oh, so they got 2 goals.
And they scored the other day, yeah.
They got 2 goals out of 4 or 5 fixtures.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Blood, they're not making the top 4. This is a massive.
Yeah, but I mean, who? No. The reason I'm saying but is because when we came back from lockdown and we did predictions, I didn't predict Leicester to be in the top 4. Who have you lot did?
Because they were third. We did because they were third.
No, but
we said they shouldn't bottle it because look how far they were, and look, 5 games later.
I hear you.
Listen, blood. If Leicester sack Brendan Rodgers, that will not surprise me one bit at the end of the season.
They can't sack him. They can't sack him. That's
deep.
I'm not saying they can. I just said if they do, I ain't surprised. They're just trying to stop the rot. Listen, they sacked the guy who won them the league title, bro. The next year, they sacked him.
Yeah, but that's silly, man.
And Oscar, to your point,
he's getting sacked.
And Oscar, to your point about the season not being disappointing, put yourself in Leicester's position as a Chelsea fan, where they were, for you to then end outside of the top 4.
Yeah, no, it's depressing. It's depressing. It definitely is. But Leicester weren't in Europe at the beginning of the season. So if they end the season in Europe, then I think Brendan's done all right. Like obviously, when you look at it on the course of how it's happened, they front loaded, so they got bare points early on. Boss Endo just left a comment saying it's November. So apparently, it's been since the end of last year. Leicester were just clapping, and it's 2020 has been their worst year, so they've fallen off. But I think if they manage to get themselves 5th, 6th in the table, they can still be like, you know what, we're in Europe.
You know when the Champions League was firmly in their hand.
Yeah, firmly
in their hand.
Yeah, you'd have thought like this is like I was like looking like a hater for saying they're not going to finish in the top 4. Back when they were dreaming.
I don't think I ever thought they would.
You never thought that they would be in the top 4?
I never thought Leicester would be top 4 like at the end of the season.
When that man were literally close to Liverpool and City.
Yeah, guys, we've done how many podcasts? I never thought they would be in the Champions League places come the end of this.
Like they were literally second at one point in the league. They went above City at one point.
They were battling City at one point in the season.
Come on, bruv.
Boss Light Endo says Peter is always right. He said Leicester will slip and Chelsea will lose a silly game. And now look, I think both of those things we sort of knew they were coming.
No, you didn't think about Leicester. No. Don't lie, bruv. Don't lie.
Okay.
And did you see West Ham come in? Because I was the only one.
But I do want to talk about the silly game.
I was the only one the draw against West Ham.
Antonio,
let's talk about it.
Oh, let's go to the stadium.
Let's go.
Please.
Because
when I saw Boss That Endo made a comment earlier saying Antonio carried the whole of East London on his back yesterday. When I saw Antonio square up against Andreas Christensen and Antonio Rudiger, I knew I was in for a long evening. And I was. He bullied these two the entire game. And my back four, finished. Alonso is one of the worst defending fullbacks in the league. Yeah, he doesn't know how to cover. He doesn't know how to position. Terrible. Rudiger decided to just be a donkey today because I think he picks 1 in 5 games to have a good game, and in the other 4 he just wants to be a donkey. So he was a donkey in that game. And then Andreas Christensen was also following suit because he can't handle anyone physical. Anytime he comes up against a physical person, he fails. We saw that when I can't remember what game it was. We played at Old Trafford and Lukaku just bullied him one time. Every time he plays up against someone that's stronger than him, he can't handle it.
He needs to go gym, mate.
He does. He needs to go gym. Bro. The guy's a fool. And I think
how many defenders did you say you need to buy in the window?
Huh?
How many defenders did you say you needed to buy in the window?
What, in January?
No, in the summer.
Oh, in January, I said we need 17 defenders. This window, I said we need 1 centre back and 1 left back. That's what I said.
Then you're delusional. If you're telling me after that London Stadium performance, because listen, guys, the defending. I swear to you guys, I'm not even lying. It was worse than Arsenal's defending. The defending for all 3 goals yesterday, right, was disgusting. The third goal. What did Gary Neville say on commentary, bro? He said Antonio, what's it called? Marcus Alonso was with Yarmolenko at the start of the break. And yeah, for some reason, Yarmolenko was found in acres with a spear. The guy said that the guy was with him on the counter-attack. It was Marcus Alonso and Yarmolenko together. They were together. You would have. I literally was like, Gary Neville, you're a liar. You should never be doing commentary ever again. The replay happened. And what? And Alonso just walked back at a counter, walking. Fam, never like that. Since Salah did it to us at Anfield, I've never seen anything like it.
Do you know what? Yeah, that goal, I have not to say that it's not terrible because it is horrible defending, but at the same time, I think it's just poor management in terms of game management of the players, because they were going for a winner when they should have been cautious and understand that you still have to reserve the point that you have. So Alonso is down the wing. I said to you, Pete, on the 80th minute of this game, I said, Alonso is shattered, bruv. Chelsea played Saturday, and then we're playing again. What day was it? Wednesday. So you could see some of these players were absolutely shattered. That's no excuse for Alonso because he didn't even play on Saturday. But some of these players were absolutely shattered. Yeah. So it took its toll on the players. And I think to say that I feel like we're a solid left back, I feel like we also need a centre back that can partner with Christensen. And I stand by that. Also, there's the added fact that our midfield is not adequate enough cover for a back 4. Teams simply just run through us. And
far too easily.
That's something that Lampard needs to rectify. I do have an apology to make to the top 4 guys. I do have to hold my hands up and admit there was some wrongdoing on my part. I've defended a player for a long time, and I think now I have to open up and own up to my own bias and realize that Kepa Arrizabalaga is trash. The guy is trash. For time, I've been like, you know what? He's not terrible, but he is. Like, he's shown through his
terrible... He's a shower of crap. He cost you nearly 70 million quid.
He can't handle any corner coming into the box. First of all, our team can't handle set pieces. That's that. Yeah. So that's that. And then when your keeper is bad at set pieces too, that just only adds to it. That second goal that West Ham scored, Jay. I don't know which one it was.
Even the offside one, that wasn't offside.
Why is Kepa and Tammy Abraham both falling into the goal? It was the tamest header I've ever seen in my life. It bounced.
You know what? One thing I've never understood is players that just fall. Like, why is the Earth's gravity just pulling you down so easily?
When the Earth shakes, I don't understand. Why are they falling over?
Terrible.
What?
Terrible.
Oscar, I think there's another one you need to bring to this table. There's another player you need to bring to the table.
Who?
And I think
That I've rated.
that you've rated, that
Yeah.
I think you need to put him on the line of fire.
Who?
Apparently he's German, but he's black, right? And he wears a number 2 as a centre half.
That's
Bring forward Antonio Rudiger.
That's never
Bring
been my guy. That's never been my
Are you
guy.
joking me? Honestly, please.
Hold on.
Please.
Hold on. Respect.
Serious?
When you guys were talking about Chelsea need a new centre back, what did I say? I said we can hold on to Christensen.
No.
I never said Rudiger was the guy.
I'm not talking about that. Beforehand, Rudiger come in the scene, yeah? And just like I said about Davinson Sanchez, I saw him, I saw 90 minutes. I said, he's not it. I said, he's not the one. And I said that about Rudiger when he joined, yeah? I saw that when he joined, and I said, this is another one. How much money do you spend on him?
Peter said it after his advert in the mega store.
The advert! Oh my god, how did I forget the advert? When I saw that, bruv, yeah?
He's a mess.
I just knew, and there's nothing German efficiency about him. There's nothing about him.
No, the thing is, like I said before, if you have 5 Chelsea games, he will have 4 bad games and 1 good one. And if you watch the good one, you think he's all right. I remember we had the FA Cup final against United.
Man rate Rudiger because he's big, black. That
And
is
German.
it, bro.
He thought his German efficiency will come through.
You gotta get Zuma in. Just get him in.
He's another one, bro. He's another one. Bosslat Endo said, not gonna lie, I think Rudiger handled Antonio well in the first 40 minutes. No, he did not.
First of all, it's a 90-minute game.
Chelsea's best defending partnership is Zuma and Tomori. Bosslat, if you watch the highlights of that game, you'll see Antonio spin around Rudiger and have a shot on goal. The only thing is Antonio can't finish, so he didn't score that one. So no, I disagree.
I hear him about Tomori though. Maybe get him in.
Bruv, all of these guys are the same guy. Yeah, Tomori, Zuma, Rudiger. They're all the same. You'll catch them at the same mistakes, copy and paste. Like Tomori, the only reason I give Tomori any slack is because it's his first season in the top flight. That's the only reason you'll allow it. But the rest of them, bro.
Why don't you then? What about the coaching staff then?
Yes,
coaching?
No, whoever's handling our defense all season, we've known we've had a problem from set pieces from week 1.
It needs to be fired. They need to be fired.
We've known. So and Frank Lampard has come out on press conference saying, "Yeah, I'm handling it. We know this is our weakness. We're handling it." After the West Ham game, he said, "Oh, there's not much we can do about players that are taller than us." I said, "What? What kind of crap is that? You're the manager, bro. Them man need to call John Terry once Villa go down. Call John Terry and say, "Boss, come and coach."
Are you sure? Listen. Terry was a great defender for Chelsea. Yeah, let's make no mistake about it. But if he has anything to do with defending at Villa. Don't need him. Let's be clear. Being a good centre half as a player does not mean you'll be a good defensive coach, right?
Austin Adams.
That's just the realness of it all. And if you want to take Villa's any sort of a defensive influence from Villa.
No, but Pete, like surely John Terry can organize a set piece defending, like set piece. Surely that's just where to stand. That's just who wants who.
But you know what? Yeah. But you know what? John Terry. This is the thing, and this is what you can't teach. He had the brain. You can't teach that. You can't teach the brain in football. You can teach a man where to stand. You can tell him where to be, who to mark. That's his niche.
To Mark, Bosslight Endo said none of Chelsea's defenders are crap individually. Yes, they are. They just can't play together. They need a commanding centre back. Both. Okay, the first part is wrong. They are crap individually, and the second part is true as well. I think Christensen needs a commanding centre back, and then the rest. I'm done with them. I'm done with Aspi. I'm done with Alonso. I'm done with Rudiger. Even Zuma. I'm done. I'm done.
You need about 4 or 5, blood. That's
I'm
what
done.
you need.
I'm done. I'm done. And man are on the timeline talking to me about Ben Chilwell. Like this is gonna solve our problems, bruv.
Have you watched him?
Oh my gosh. Nah.
Oscar. You know what? Yeah, this is why I hate the Premier League, right? Because it gives us a player like Ben Chilwell who looks nang at Leicester City because it's all looking silky, it's looking lovely. Yeah, Maddison, he should be the number 10 for England. Rare tear, yeah. Then I hear about Cantwell and friggin' Jack Grealish, and I hear about all these names where in the past I saw them go to Liverpool, I saw them go to City, I saw them go to wherever, and I can't find them anymore. right? I can't find any of them. So the problem is you get people who are getting gassed. You then buy Chilwell, and then Chilwell looks like Luke Shaw at Manchester United. That's what it will be. It will be another Luke Shaw.
No, for real.
Lit.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
And the thing is, you know what's mad? Ben Chilwell was only in the conversation because he's not Luke Shaw, he's not Benjamin Mendy, and he's not Robertson. That's it.
Right.
Because he's new, they want to talk about someone else who could be in the conversation.
Yeah,
but we don't know yet.
Leicester have a better fullback in that team than Ben Chilwell. So I don't really understand why this guy is getting all the plaudits. Like, relax. One last thing I'll say on Chelsea, yeah. What's that, Endo and Peter? I want you to tell me what Ross Barkley did yesterday.
Oh, madness! He did nothing.
I want you to tell me.
He did nothing yesterday.
Cool. He's not our fault for our defeat or anything like that. But I just want to know that, like,
no, I'm asking the question direct. I'm answering it directly. What you asked me, he did niche. I'll answer that. Question. Leicester are playing Palace on the weekend. I need to ask this question: is Zaha and Jordan Ayew fit?
I ain't seen Zaha in a minute. Like, I swear he was against
I swear he was there.
I hope on all that is holy that he is fit. Did he? I can't wait to see Zaha and Ayew against Leicester City. I can't wait for it because
Zaha played 490 against Burnley.
Rob, Leicester haven't won a game since we returned. Even Sheffield have. Newcastle are bagging 4.
Yeah, but it's not like Crystal Palace have been in good form.
Blood, they were literally what was it? 5 points behind Man United about a week ago.
Yeah, they won 4 in a row up until Liverpool.
Yeah, they've been back.
Liverpool gave them the whole of fire, and they did not come back since.
Cool.
Liverpool are mean. Anyway, Chelsea, that was entertaining. Thank you very much because you entertained me this week. That's for damn sure. Manchester United, 3-0 winners at Brighton. What's so funny is this fixture last year, where was it last year when Mourinho lost 3-0 or 3-1? It's such a contrast.
3-2.
Was it 3-2? What a contrast in 12 months, or I say 12 months, figuratively speaking, in terms of a year.
But you know the big difference. Lukaku's not there.
What, Lukaku? That's the big difference.
That's the big difference.
That's the big difference.
Not the manager, not a new style, not a world-class signing in Bruno Fernandes.
You got Mason Greenwood, he's doing all right.
We can discuss all of that. I'm just saying.
I had Matic came back as well. Apparently Matic has been away for 2 years. Now he's back.
Matic has been playing well since the second leg game against Man City in the League Cup. When I think we lost, I think we won, 1-0 on the night.
Yeah.
But I think we lost 3-2 on aggregate. Matic has been good since that game, kind of thing. And then COVID came or whatever. But anyway, I just wanted to stick on Lukaku.
Yeah.
But,
is it because he's not winning the league in Serie A? Is that why you done that?
No, do you know what it is, yeah? Because you see that game, I remember Pogba gave him 2 sexy balls. Pause in that game, yeah. And I'm like, we should be winning this game 2-0, but we weren't. So, but you see Nemanja, yeah. Can I just take 5 minutes?
You can
to talk about Nemanja,
go forward.
because you see that third goal. Man, guys, when he passed that ball to Mason Greenwood, he didn't see him. He chested it and then just hoofed it, bro, right onto his left peg. Mason said, "Bruno, I got you, dog." He crossed it over. Listen, I'm not gonna lie.
What a goal!
You see, the last 3 games, I've been gassed.
I bet.
Gassed. No, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not fully Ollie in. I'm like, keep him there until he makes a mistake. But right now, he's getting it right. I'm not gonna lie to you, bruv. This is our best front 3 and our best midfield. We can discuss Maguire another day, even though I didn't think he had a bad game. Wan-Bissaka is still looking like He's looking like he's about to do a flipping. You know when Rafiki was doing the mad judge in Lion King? That's what Aaron Wan-Bissaka's looking like when he dribbles. But he's calm because he's getting the ball.
He's getting the ball. He's still defending. You can't complain.
I can't chat to him. But and then Luke Shaw is still deciding that in the final third he's decent, but he cannot defend to save his life. And then De Gea, hey, man, them see David De Gea slowly creeping into the Golden Glove, you know, slowly.
They're clean sheets, isn't it? Flipping.
The thing is, when we play Matic, we defend better. Period. So,
but yeah, no. Bruno silenced the haters after his last bad game, rightly so. And the first time I've enjoyed watching United. Like, I look forward to the next game, and this is the first time in a while I've looked forward to it, knowing what we could do.
I'm not looking forward to Wolverhampton. Not at all. It's coming up soon.
No, we don't have Wolves.
No, you've done the price already.
We've done Wolves. There's no more Wolves.
What do you mean there's no more Wolves?
Not until next season.
No,
unless we get them in the Europa League.
No, we played Wolves, Bruno's debut in Old Trafford.
Yeah, that was a return.
Yeah, played them.
No.
We don't have Wolves anymore in our league.
When did you play them away? What was the score?
Bro, check the Man United fixtures, bro. We have to play Wolves before the season's done.
Yeah, when did you play them away?
Early in the season.
Yeah. So I can't remember the score.
Bruno
came in January.
Blood? No. We've got Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Southampton, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Chelsea, Leicester.
Yeah, you played
Wolves.
You played
We've
Wolves
done
second
Wolves.
game of the season.
Yeah, we don't have Wolves. I was like, hold on, we played them.
3-1-1. That was when Martial scored that goal. I think that was the day we did a podcast that day. I think.
Yeah.
I was like, no, Wolves is done.
Bro,
Rashford assist.
Hold on.
Yeah, you played Wolves twice.
I swear last week I looked at the fixtures and it said Wolves.
Nah, your fixtures are plain sailing. United have to win every game.
Probably looks at Arsenal's fixtures.
You probably looked at Arsenal, yeah.
We're not playing Wolves.
No.
Nah.
Bruv, at this rate, bruv, it's Man United and Wolves top 4, blood. Not even top 5, top 4. I swear to you, bro.
Hey guys, we got to talk up. Boss like Endo, he says, I don't like seeing United fans happy. They get excited too quickly. They always go on these runs, but tail off. I'm not fully sold on them yet, but my word, they look dangerous on the break.
Bruv, the next game is Bournemouth at home. Textbook.
Elementary.
That's an AQA.
AQA. Fam. But no, United will get through that one. They'll get through because Bournemouth it's not called a rut. What do we call this one? This is erosion. They are bad. Bad. Good riddance.
Bad rubbish.
Hold on.
What do you think happened?
No, guys, this is annoying me. What was the result when we went 1-1?
Yeah, it was 1-1.
When Martial scored,
yeah,
and I think it was his 50th United goal, and then some dumb defending from Lingard made us concede the second one. Yeah, I remember that.
And I think that was what we asked you. Will Martial get 16 goals this season? And you didn't want to answer, but he did.
He hasn't got 16 yet.
Has he not got 16 league?
I think it's 14 in the Prem.
It's 14 in the Prem. He's 19 overall. No, he's 19 overall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say that Martial scored his 50th goal for United at Wolves?
Yeah.
That can't be right.
No, yes.
How was it hit 50 now in the league?
It's because he's barely been played.
Because
oh my God, when he was with Van Gaal.
Yeah, the Mourinho came.
Yeah. And then what happened?
Blood. That was like when Leicester won the league.
Yeah. And then he had his best season up until this season. Scored 11 goals on the left, and then Sanchez came.
By January,
and then
you're talking later on in his United career. I'm talking like he's been at United good.
I'll give you the timeline of Martial's career. It came in 2014, Liverpool goal. He scored, I think, 17 in all comps. I've forgotten how much it was in the league. Second season, Zlatan. His third season, Zlatan / Lukaku. Third season Lukaku, and then this season is the first season he started up front. This is his first season starting up front because his first season was him and then Wayne and then Rooney and then him and then Rooney, and so he never got the full adaptation. This is his first season starting up top.
It's funny you mentioned Rooney, but I see him come up on the Soccer Saturday or Soccer Gillette yesterday. Derby winning, who I forgot who they played, and he scored. I said, he's still kicking a ball, blood.
Wow.
Free kick. What was it?
Did you see the free kick?
Yeah, I saw. Was it Preston or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was Preston.
I don't know who they played. It was a whip. But yeah, no, I'm just surprised because like I don't know whether that's bad on Martial or whether it's great on Aubameyang. Because Aubameyang's
no. It's great on Aubameyang because he's wavy, but at the same time, Aubameyang mostly plays up top. You see what I'm saying? And also, Martial's not found a manager, in my opinion, that fully trusts him as much as Oli does. If you get what I mean. So for me, it's Martial should have scored more. There's been games where I'm like, Martial, you got to finish that. But at the same time, you need a high probability of chances to finish. If you're playing on the bench, if you're playing left wing when you're better off up top, and then your striking partner is Romelu Lukaku in comparison to Marcus Rashford, the probability of you scoring more is very low. So this is why you're seeing this season, no Zlatan, no Lukaku, he's on 14 goals in the Prem, not in all comps. So
fair. No, that's a fair point. So yeah, impressive win for Manchester United, lads. You lot in the group were mentioning certain teams we want to talk about. AD brought up. Who was it? You brought up Bournemouth.
Going down, bro.
I saw an interesting interview with Glenn Johnson, and he essentially hinted that, and this is why it's so wonderful having actual footballers sort of give insight, give commentary, because they're privy to a lot more things than you and I. And he essentially said the reason as to why Bournemouth are in such a struggle is because Eddie Howe has a superiority complex. And what you've tended to find is that he's tended to do well with League One standard players. So your Simon Francis's, your Steve Cooks, your Adam Smiths, your Charlie Daniels. But when he's had good players, and he brought up 3 examples, he brought up Jermaine Defoe, he brought up Asma Begovic, and he brought up Sylvan Distan. He said how there's always been a button of heads, and there's always been a clash because they're less likely to be receptive to his ideas. So essentially, what Glenn Johnson hinted at is that this is essentially his level, and he's maybe not cut out to manage at a bigger club. I don't know what's you guys taking that.
Wow.
Oh, it's unfair, but hey.
I mean, it's unfair, but I've got the receipts.
I think he should have jumped the ship ages ago when he was getting linked with these good jobs. Eddie Howe. When he was getting linked with these good jobs, like this stuff don't last long. Do you remember that David Wagner was another one? He's lucky he got the Schalke job, but he's doing a terrible time at Schalke at the minute. But fam, because for me, if Bournemouth go down, which looks quite likely, I don't see Eddie Howe getting a Prem job again, even if it is the bottom 6 or 7 teams.
Not again.
Well, he was linked with Arsenal, so you never know.
I don't know. I think
that's his level, isn't it?
Who would he get though? What club would go for him now?
Well, it depends who's hiring, but I think he could get a Prem job if a Prem team had got rid of their manager. Do you know what I mean?
Possibly Newcastle.
Listen, if what Adrian's reporting, Glenn Johnson saying is correct, man, you can't make it any other big. It's just gonna be another headache, man. You're gonna have them in relegation trouble then, and you get sacked anyway.
I mean, he flipped at Burnley.
Is his point? Is Glenn Johnson's point that because there's other players from other teams that have won bigger things, Eddie Howe wants to be the one guy in the team that knows how to play, and that everyone's supposed to submit to him?
Essentially, yeah. Which is why if I've been playing under this guy from League 2 up until Premier League, I'm going to listen to it. Whereas if I'm Jermaine Defoe, I've scored 160 Premier League goals, he might have his own way of playing football.
But then that's the sad thing is though, like I feel like if you get behind your manager, do you get what I'm saying? Because I feel like every manager in football, like if they get to play their football, they can win games, provided everybody chips in. Everyone's got the same mentality. Everyone's got the same gusto. But from when you got cracks, and then you got people saying, I'm Jermaine Defoe, or I'm this, that, or I'm whatever.
That's harsh, man. It's harsh because no managers won anything until they win something. So it's like you do have to, in some sense, submit to the way the manager wants to mold the team in the beginning of the season. But I can understand if we get 20 games in and it's not working, and you're like, well, why are we still playing this way? Why are we listening to this guy? He doesn't know what he's doing.
So you said those 3 examples are harsh, but so what I guess Glenn was sort of hinting at was an overarching idea that maybe when sort of Owen, when Eddie's left his own devices, he crumbles. Well, let me just read to you some statistics. Dominic Solanke, 21 million euros. Arnaud Danjuma, 18 million euros. Jordan Ibe, 18 million euros. Diego Rico, 15 million euros. Lloyd Kelly, 14.8 million euros. And Mempham's doing all right. Benik Afobe, 13.3 million euros. Max Gradle, 10 million euros. Lewis Grabber, 9.3.5 million euros. Lee Tomlin, 4.3 million euros in the first year up. I mean, is there something to read into that?
Oh, listen, I wholeheartedly agree that when Eddie Howe's recruitment has been without a shadow of a doubt, it's been god awful, and it's only about time that he's actually going to come and it's going to fight him back. In other words, I think he's been awful on that side.
It's so sad, man, because if they go down, like it could be a slippery slope. Like they're not the biggest club in the world. They're a small club, and for them to be in the Premier League, it was huge.
And they've been here for a while.
Yeah, they're putting a good stint. But I thought we'll miss him. We'll miss Eddie Howe because I think he's been a decent asset to the Premier League for sure. He's given us some hilarious moments. He's beaten Arsenal. He's beaten Liverpool. I'm not sure what's done against United. Chelsea, I remember he gave them some Higgy Hagger moments. So
yeah, man, he's won big games.
It's a shame. I guess will his legacy be biggest boy in primary school?
Say that again.
I guess will his legacy be biggest boy in primary school? Because in the instances where he's had to manage big players, in the instances where he's had to spend big money, he hasn't done well. I don't know of that squad. It's Josh King on a free from Blackburn the Championship. His defense is mainly comprised of his players from League One, and so I don't know. What do you reckon?
I think he's still a good man. He should get another job. But and his legacy is that he's a great manager. He's a good manager. Great. He's a good manager and deserves another crack at the whip. What about the rest?
I don't think it's the end of the road for Eddie. Like, obviously, if he loses the job at Bournemouth, even if Bournemouth go down, I think other Premier League clubs will still come in for him.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I think like Newcastle, Southampton, or even Brighton,
Palace, those level teams.
Problem with that is that he's, I don't know. You managed to hear an echo, yeah? It's going down, bro. It's going down.
Yeah, that is mad.
But what's it called?
Hello, reason.
Palacism, whatever. Maybe. But is it worth it? No, it is. It is worth it. Look, Premier League teams are Premier League teams. If you can hold it down, you can hold it down.
I don't know. I just think that Glenn was hitting at, and I'm hitting at, is we've seen he's crumbled under pressure essentially, and it's clear that he can only do things his particular way. And when you deviate from that, you end up with what we're finding now. And now,
I feel like he needs to have a good team before we can judge a team like fully and true.
He sound like Jefferson more than man, isn't it? Jefferson.
Rubinho, you're on mute, by the way.
Now I was saying that because he's been at Bournemouth for a long time, don't you think You can't judge him because he's been here. He's done what he's done. He's done transfers, and ultimately he's failed.
I don't know. I'm not too sure. I feel like I just want him to see him at a better club, a club that's got a bigger ambition than what Bournemouth is. That's all.
And then when we're sort of being objective, he's taking this club literally from League 2 all the way to the Premiership. Football manager stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is it.
Exactly. Like for me, I wouldn't want him to be at another relegation sort of team. I would like to see him at a mid-table team. Do you get what I'm saying? If he, like you did say, Palace. I don't mind Palace. I don't mind like your Newcastles. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But again, they're just above relegation. Like the league hasn't really got a mid-table side anymore. Maybe Burnley, or any of them can slide straight in.
Also, when you look at Eddie Howe and you look at managers like Roy Hodgson, you realise how young Eddie Howe is. He's got a lot to learn in the game, and he could still become a better manager later on. 20 years down the line, he could still be a top manager. So, yes, it's not the end of the road for him. It's not the end of the world.
I don't know. It's just shades of Owen Coyle at the moment, where it's Owen Coyle didn't have the heart. Owen Coyle didn't necessarily have the longevity of Eddie Howe, but it's cool, hot manager, playing decent stuff. He was linked with the Arsenal job. Just because he didn't top three, I don't know where he is now.
It's like, I want to bring up by the way, 3 assists by St. Maximum, just in case anyone forgot.
He's top 3 dribblers in the Premier League.
I think he's the best. He's the best. Between him and Sane. Say again?
Yes, it's a toss-up between a couple players, but go on.
Who are the three?
I'd say Zaha, Mahrez. Is Sane still a player here, or should we cancel him out?
He's gone. He's there, bro.
He's out. He's back in Germany.
I was gonna say Salah, but I don't think Salah is a great dribbler.
No way.
I think he's very good at acceleration and in terms of if you're looking at dribbling as controlling the ball while you're running, Salah's good. But if you're talking about trickery while you're doing that, I'll pick Mahrez before him. I'll pick St. Maximin. I'll pick Zaha before him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Salah's good in tight spaces.
Yeah.
But the name I was thinking of is
the final end of the dribble. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Traore.
I think he's the best.
You think Traore is the best?
As in, like, maybe not aesthetically, but in terms of stopping a man, so in terms of him running at you and being able to stop him, is very, very, very difficult. Like, bro, he completes like 7 dribbles a game.
When it comes,
you know what? Adama is scary.
He is.
He's frightening.
You can't deal with him.
Because this is the thing, you don't know how to get on. I don't know if I've seen someone actually handle him. Like you might force him onto making the cross a bit wider, but in terms of stopping him from making the cross, you can't. I don't know if you can do it.
It's one of them. You could tackle him and then you get injured. So bun that, man. I'm not going for him. Nah, bun that.
Boss like Endo says it's between Traore or ASM. I don't know if he's asking. Is he asking us or?
I mean, let's treat it as a question.
I think you answered the question.
Who'd you rather have on your side?
I think Traore.
Yeah, Traore will make me feel more safe.
Safe.
Yeah. I'll take Traore too. Yeah, no, I heard that.
And the thing is, if we're talking aesthetics, I actually prefer ASM, but Traore just looks like if you played like 3 at the back and he played right wing back, he would be scary for 90 minutes.
Should ASM get a top 7 or 8 club next season?
I think you should chill out Newcastle for one more season.
Stay there.
The problem with that is that if look, Newcastle again, it's one of those. Next season they could be in the mix of that relegation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But then you just rescue him out of the miry clay. That's
what what if his performances flop? What if he becomes just some? We see Sammy Amiobi, bro, Mark II.
Then he shouldn't have made it.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, bro, we got to look under the hood. I need to. Fair enough, you're playing like, bro. I need to examine the vehicle.
Oh my gosh,
bro, it could be a Corsa, but the engine's looking healthy. You've got to look under the bonnet. I need to look at man's. I need to look at the number of dribbles man's making. I need to look at take on success. I need to look at all of these things, bro.
Facts.
I think he's going to be a top player. I think he'll be a top
sorry to
player.
interrupt, but I need to big up Raheem Sterling. He's come on Twitter, and apparently he get a lot of abuse. So he just tweeted, "Wow, so much abuse in here. It's just a game, people. Calm down. You win some or you lose some." With a heart.
No, but he was out. He was adamant to get Liverpool today. And the funny thing is, I don't know if you heard the announcer at the City game. He announced, that the man of the match. I didn't even know you even announced man of the matches, right? But he announced that Sterling was the man of the match. Literally a minute later, Sky Sports put up Kevin De Bruyne as man of the match. I was dying. I said somebody is trolling Liverpool right there and then. He was good, but man of the match.
The thing is, I'll always back Sterling if he's trying to stick it on Liverpool. Because the way they treated him, I thought
the way they still treat him,
and the thing is, because I didn't know the full story until I think his first BBC interview. He's like, "Listen, man, Brendan promised me a new contract after the World Cup. I've come, and there's no new contract. Well, you think I'm gonna stay?" Listen.
Pick up Raheem, bro. He went to go and win leagues, bro. My man's from Northwest. You think he was caring about what he wins at Liverpool? Blood. The guy wants to. He only cares about is the trophies, bro.
And the thing is, the only thing he's missing out at Liverpool won is the Champions League. They won 4 trophies last season. 4.
And I think it was for his own good that he was being coached under Pep than say maybe under Jurgen. I don't think Jurgen necessarily would have had the patience and would have been able to get what we get out of Sterling now. So it works for some and it doesn't work for others.
Any manager that has coached Lionel Messi, I'm not listen. And the thing, sorry, not any manager, but a manager that's coached flipping Messi, David Villa, and Pedro in the years of 2010 to 2012. There is no question who I want to play for.
Honestly, like I said, 2011 is the best football team I've ever seen.
In my life.
The best I've ever seen.
Dismantled us in the final. I'll never forget.
Yeah, boy. Anything else before we wrap up and close?
Just a couple of comments that we missed out on. Boss like Endo said on New Year's Day, Leicester were 14 points clear of United. Now they're only 3. Typical Brendan.
Yeah, 14 points. Yeah, it's poor. I didn't know the numbers. Come on, you can't be 14 points clear to dropping out. That's
shocking. That's shocking. He also said, Oscar, you just said Zuma was good the other day. Your heart is ruining your head. I think the reason I said that is because Zuma in the FA Cup. What go on?
Nah, wait. I love the stuttering. I'm loving it.
No, I know. Basically, when Zuma played in the FA Cup, I said he had a good game, but I also said he's terrible with the ball at his feet. Like, he's poor. The reason I say all these defenders are trash is because put Zuma or Tomori in there, I don't see a different result, really. I feel like Tomori, Zuma's a bit more physical, but same mistakes.
Which is why we said you need 2 centre-backs. You need 2 centre-backs.
I think a handholder is fine. You saw Gomez's performance today. He had a bad one, but you put him with a top centre-back.
Gomez is not better than Matip. We all know when Matip and Van Dijk start, it's long. It's long, bruv.
Yeah, but Matip was out for half the season and Gomez did his thing.
What?
How long? How many? Yeah, Gomez played a lot this season.
He was all right for half the season.
I said Matip was out. When Matip was out, Gomez filled in and he did his thing.
Gomez has not been all right for half the season.
No, it's been good.
We're seeing the same Gomez that we saw. Was it last year or 2 years ago when the injury? Gomez was a different player.
I completely disagree.
Gomez has been good, bruv.
The Gomez of the season, they almost won the league before he got injured. Wavy. This season, it's been Matip, bro. All day.
No, bro. From when Matip got injured in October after the Sheffield United game, Gomez was funny. He had that funny game against Salzburg. But since Gomez has had a run in the side up until today, he's been imperious. Like that Van Dijk.
Has he been better than Matip when Matip has played with Van Dijk?
It's identical. Like I can't say one's been better than the
I
other.
don't know.
But even still, before Van Dijk came, Matip weren't getting applauded like that.
No, he wasn't. Van Dijk has improved that back four. Clearly, he's improved that back four. All I'm saying is that your issues, they never changed with like a shuffling of your centre back options. It's the same thing regardless. Do you see what I'm saying? So for me, I'm like, listen, I'm all for you keeping the centre backs you have now. I don't mind.
Yeah,
the reality is you need new centre backs. Period.
But I hear Oscar's point on one. Genuinely, I feel like one world-class centre back will be able to coax better performances from Christensen, from Tomori, from even Rudiger as well. I do genuinely believe that.
But the Van Dijk effect is not always the same effect for every team.
Of course not. Yeah.
Some teams need two good ones.
It's true. It is true.
Like we have benefited in some capacity to Maguire, but if you gave me a Van Dijk, like what was the question on Twitter yesterday? What unrealistic target would you sign for your team now? I said Van Dijk every day of the week, because as okay as Maguire has been, the guy is higgy, bruv. Do you see what I'm saying? There's
got shortcomings.
He's got a lot of shortcomings. So
he has his weaknesses.
It's interesting. So if you were to say the most unrealistic target right now is Van Dijk, does that make him like the best player in the world?
No, the most unrealistic target you could sign today.
Yeah, but as in like because it's unrealistic, as in like but basically what you're saying is the checkbook's sort of blank and you could buy any guy. Who would it be?
But it also factors in your needs.
We're all saying Van Dijk. I think Chelsea is saying Van Dijk. Arsenal 1,000,000% saying Van Dijk, and even Ernest is saying Van Dijk. For me, that goes to show that this guy, like he's creme de la creme.
No. I don't know if I'd say that. All I like, for example, if I could sign Messi now and put Mason in his yard, of course.
700 goals, Lionel Messi.
Exactly.
And did you see the goal he scored for the 700th? Against Atletico Madrid, he gets the penalty and he does the Panenka. He doesn't care who you are. That's the guy who has utter disrespect for every human being that's not in his team.
Yeah.
All Black. You're Panenka on All Black. Look, I'd piss myself thinking about it.
From the point where he took his shirt off in front of the Madrid crowd and just did that, that's when I was like, yep, he's my guy.
That's the game. I said Messi's the GOAT.
Yeah.
When he went to the Bernabeu, and the thing is, guys, do you remember the finish? Oh, gosh.
What? Are you talking about the semi-final against Real Madrid? Because that's the one I'm talking about. He scores with his right foot.
No, the El Clasico, just a regular El Clasico.
This was an El Clasico, like
no. I know the shirt one you're on about. Sorry, when you said, sorry, I'm confusing the two goals because I remember the semi-final one where the commentator was just like, "He's still going, Messi, still Messi, still going," and it was in.
You need to watch that scene in Take the Ball, Pass the Ball.
Don't worry, I'm ready.
Because the fact that Ronaldo had to do it. He had to do it when he scored that. At the new camp, you have to return it.
No,
there's absolutely no way a guy can come and disrespect my yard like that.
The goalkeepers he's taken the mick out of, blood.
Everyone's got it.
Do you remember?
Everyone's got it.
Hayes got it. He's got it. All Black's got it.
Boateng sit down. And after he made Jerome Boateng sit down.
Yeah.
And after Boateng, you had to face Neuer.
Okay. For me, that was the day.
He treated Neuer like he was Ben Foster.
He saw Neuer, bro. He said, "I've done Van der Sar, I've done De Gea, I've done them all. I've done a lot, bro. Who is this uncircumcised Duppy? You know what I'm saying? My guy came in and Duppy, bro. Like he's a bro. 700 goals, blood in football today. I don't give a damn.
We're talking about Martial getting 50 goals.
14 in the league in one season. In one, bro. Messi got 91. Was it 92 or 3 goals in a calendar year, blood?
Listen.
Great
If
year that
you're
was.
asking me, if you're asking me the absolute number one on my list for United right now, blank check. There's only one player.
How old is he now?
24?
He'd get like a 5-year deal.
I'd still take him. Yeah,
Standard.
still take him.
Standard.
He's got a 4-year-old winger. That's when you know.
Listen,
That's when you know.
He is like, I'm not gonna lie. There's some opinions that I can take, but you see, if you told me that Ronaldo's the GOAT, I just don't agree.
I get your you've taught me your perspective on life. If Ronaldo goes above Messi, then now I've summed you up.
I know what you're into. I know your character. Oh, that's a character defining question.
It is. No, it is though. It is.
It shows what you value in life. It definitely shows what you value in life.
Oh my god! All right, let's wrap this up, man. Oscar, last comment.
Yeah, boss like Endo said, Van Dijk and Gomez have only conceded 9 goals in 40 games.
That's serious though.
Was Gomez on the pitch all that time? I'm joking.
Free. He was able to go for free.
It's a great achievement. That's phenomenal, fantastic.
They conceded a quarter of that tonight.
Yeah, right.
Deep that. Jesus.
That's
anyway. All right. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. That wraps up this evening's Top 4 podcast. Big up everyone that's come on the live. Big up everyone that's watched and viewed us. Shout out to Boss Like Endo with the comments. We love it. Make sure you share. Make sure you follow us at Top 4 Podcast on the Twitter.
We're back Monday.
We are back Monday.
We're back Monday.
Yeah, we're back Monday. So yeah, we're back Monday. Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud. We are there at Top 4 Podcast. Peace.
Peace.